Mama show. I am so excited because I have my friend with me today, Bryn Cooper. Bryn is a native to California. She is a 2-time Emmy-nominated hairstylist, a business owner, and a 2-time published author. She has her first book, which is Beneath the Mask, and is a little different from the children's stuff she's doing today that we'll talk more about. But Beneath the Mask touches on the sensitive side of 2020. Beneath the Mask is an optimistic and honest journey done from an artist's perspective in poetry, photography, and charcoal sketches. Really beautiful piece. And after a solid year of writing, right in chronological order, a little dog named Freddy came into the scene and came into her life to mix things up a little bit. She realized she needed to laugh, and so she started writing joyfully immediately after Freddy came along. So this little bundle of trouble started Bryn on this creative journey, which is really cool. And so she tapped into this fun, joyful, creative side of her. And so she started working on children's books, and now has become this 10 book series, which is really kind of fun. And they're all in the works, and we get to experience one today. So she has been writing and creating since she was itty bitty. I think it's a good lesson in always cultivating that in our youth, right? So she won a poetry award at the age of 8 and has turned that accomplishment into another book. And so I want to tell you a little bit about this book that she's writing because it sounds so cute. It's called Colors and Shapes Have Feelings Too. You guys, don't you want to read that book? Colors and Shapes Have Feelings Too. It's an interactive workbook for toddlers through kindergarten, and it teaches children the wonderful world of color and the shapes that shape the world around us. She loves to introduce lyrical learning, right? So she has lyrical learning by Bryn, where you will learn how repetition with rhythm and rhyme helps you remember every time. I like how you wrote that in there for me, so I could just feel like I'm clever and I'm rhyming with the sentence. And so you can learn all about her. All the notes are gonna be in the bio. You can learn more about Freddy. The website is freddyandthebandseries.com. So we'll just launch into all the things because Bryn is also gonna read us the book today, which is fun. This is a children-friendly podcast episode. I would say my last one we spoke on sex and intimacy, probably not such a children-friendly episode.
Not so much.
So this one you can have on in the car, so it's totally fine because we're going to be talking about children's books. So it all started with Freddy, little Freddy. Tell me more about Freddy.
Well, the minute he comes from the Midwest, he's a designer dog. And my mother, just really quick here, 90 years old, buys this designer dog thinking it's going to give her companionship. It was very dear, but you don't do that at that age. And she lives in the hot desert where it's 117, and she lives on a golf course. So you can't walk him in the front or in the back. So this was problematic. I took the dog, and the dog was nothing but trouble, and ran down the hall one day with my wedding dress, and I just threw my hands up. So my illustrator of my children's books has the dog now. I gave it to him as a gift because he's got kids with twice the energy. So he's in a perfect environment right now. Yeah. Anyway, that dog inspired me to write the ridiculous, but at the same time, I've had a storyboards in my head for years. And I've wanted to do this. I've wanted to do a book about where kids are learning and they're not even aware of it because they're having so much fun. And that's what this series does.
I love that.
Yeah.
You kind of did a big pivot with your, from Beneath the Mask, which was poetic and artistic and serious. And so why a children's book right after? Like, why didn't you maybe continue down this more like, poetic, dark, and interesting, sort of journey?
I write a lot of heavy things, Carly. Mm-hmm. I do. Poetry can take you on many journeys. Yeah. And after a year of writing to the world, I needed some Bryn time, yeah. And I needed to, because laughing is my favorite thing. Joy is my favorite thing. So I don't know. It was a toxic combo of me needing to be ridiculous and a ridiculous dog in my presence. And so that's what
Yeah,
started the book. Yeah. Yeah. It
I
was
love
dear.
that.
It was very
Yeah,
dear.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, what's your goal with Freddie and the Band? Which is the book
Well,
title. If you didn't catch that in the first, little bit, the book's called Freddie and the Band. What is your main goal with this cute, beautiful book?
I really am looking forward to all the books coming out because they're going to travel the world.
Oh, the
And
band does. The band travels, like goes
the
on
band
tour.
travels. They start
Okay.
making it big. They go to Paris. They play Paris. They eat Italy. They work Washington. They go on a Mexican cruise. They are going to go to Japan and Dubai, and they're meeting human beings in the form of history, like the Statue of Liberty or like Mona Lisa, if you will. So the goal is to get these kids so excited that I've put a place on my website where I'm going to start a children's room so the kids can come and talk. I have a merch page as well, and I've got stickers going, and we're going to have a stuffed animal soon enough.
Yay.
But yeah, I'm doing a lot of things. And then the big one is I have an actor friend who has a voice that is perfect for Freddie. And I'm going to probably write a treatment and hit the studios and see if I can't get a cartoon out of this. Yeah.
Yay. Wouldn't that be
Yeah.
so fun? Like
Yeah.
to see them come to life, like for real, for real.
For real, for real. And let me
Yeah.
just tell you, there's a really beautiful thing happening as a thin thread through this series. You will see that my characters start off so imperfect, as we all are.
Hmm.
By the end of the book, he's more patient and she's less vain. And this one's more, more intelligent. And that one decided to okay, do good for somebody. So you'll see their personalities, their characteristics grow up and learn and become very moral. And they learn very hard work ethics, putting a band together and touring the world at their age. So it's a fun journey. It is.
I love that. That's so cute. It needs to be a cartoon series. Like you could just see it all right now, right?
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
So when you've been able to read this out and about, like in the world, right? With to schools, to audiences. I mean, it exists. People can purchase it right now. What sort of reactions do you get when you read this book to these awesome little kiddos?
Well, first of all, other than the day I got the book and held it in my hand for the first time, seeing the kids, reading to the kids, oh, stop it. It is adorable and it sparks them to start talking about their creative dreams. Kids
Aw.
are artists when they're born. It's in you. And to get them talking about it, every little hand in the room raises, I want to be a fireman, I want to be a dancer, I want to be a ballerina, I'm going to be a veterinarian, and you hear it all. And I have them come down and circle around me when I read because we have a narrator for the book. He's Gregory the Gecko, and he hides on the stage and in people's mouths and in their pockets and under their arm. And the kids love that. In fact, their favorite thing was when the gecko got stuck in the editing. It got stuck in the crack of the book, and they just kept, and it was like this in the book, look peeking out. They go after that stuff. But
Yeah,
anyway,
that's so
yeah, the kids, they love to share their artistic dreams, and that's
yeah,
where this book should take them,
yeah.
to
That's
realize them and act on them.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that you can never start too young, right?
No, you never start too young. And I emphasize that. And on Amazon, on my blurb, I talk about getting your kids started very young. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's so cool. So you said that this is the beginning of a whole series, right? Their whole journey.
Mhm.
So we're gonna write all this series, right? We're gonna turn it into a cartoon. Do you see other books beyond the Freddy series?
I absolutely do. If
Yeah.
you're a writer, and especially a poet, because there's so much of me in there in the poetry. I'm an empath. You have to be a
Mhm.
poet, really. Um, I've got a list of books I want to write, and I will. And one of them
Oh, I love that.
actually
Yeah.
is called Poetic Rescue. And it's probably going to end up a 10. That's all I'm
I
going to
believe
say.
it.
Thank you. Yeah, I will continue to write, and if this goes over as well as I'm hoping it will, I have another children's book, as you mentioned, that is done and ready to be published. We're doing that right now, and I'm just excited. It's really, is it time for this to happen? Yes, it
Yeah.
is. So here we go.
Here we
Yeah,
go. It's happening.
yeah.
So you talk a lot about the morals in the book, right? That this all the things that these different characters learn. What can these little, 3, 4, 5, 6 year olds learn through reading this series?
They learn that a little hard work and a lot of kindness is what's going to get you where you want to go. That's the main core of the book. It's work ethics,
Mhm.
but having fun while you're doing it and being kind to others, never stepping on anyone along the way. This is something huge in my book. And to follow their artistic dreams, which we've already covered.
Yeah.
So they're in school reading my book without knowing it. Not the first book. The first book is introductory. What you're going to hear is you get to meet all the characters
Right.
and see
Mhm.
the beginning. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's
Yeah.
read it. Should we
Okay,
read it?
let's do that.
Let's read it.
Okay.
So make sure
You
you
tell
show
me
us
where
some
it's comfortable.
pictures. Love it. Look at all those
Okay.
guys.
Tell me if you can see this. Can you see it?
Yeah, you can read it and then you'll just like fill the whole frame with the artwork after
All
you're
right.
done with the
I'm gonna
yeah,
have to lick my fingers to turn the
that's
pages.
okay. They're
All
your
right,
own. They're
and just
your
so
own
you know,
fingers.
okay, here we go. Freddy and the Band, Volume 1 by Bryn Elizabeth Cooper. Just skating along, singing a song, dreaming of being in a band. Freddy makes up his mind to follow his heart and be a rock star as he always planned. So Freddy goes home and changes his clothes and gets ready to hit the streets. Let's follow Freddy on his adventure and see who Freddy meets. Hipster Hippo is in the house, hitting the harmonica with a groove. He's big like every hippo is, but he can dance and he can groove. There's Subway Stephanie, the singing skunk who lives underneath the street. She lost her smell and is doing so well, going country and smelling so sweet. Kangaroo Kevin and his crazy ways kicks the keyboard into the air. This 80s dude is crushing it, spreading music everywhere. And Gary, the grindin' gator, he plays a tiny little guitar. With his real short arms, he can jam all night, and he looks a little bizarre. Disco Danny, the drumming donkey, loves listening to his beats. Buds and a do-rag on his head, electricity in his feet. Tambourine Tammy tears up the town, getting noticed at every turn. This tiger is shaking out tambourine tunes, making songs all the kids can learn. Now, Freddy knows he will need stuff for the band. Calling Ramazan, he places his order. He has one more singer left to find and sees one playing on the corner. It's Roxanne, the rock and roll rabbit, with her famous foot-tapping habit. She sings so cute in her polka dot suit. Freddy thinks she ought to have it. So the animals decide to give it a try, and they head towards Freddy's garage. The Ramazan guy was dropping off boxes because Freddy had taken charge. You see, Freddy took a chance and put together all the musical talent he could meet, wrote some tunes, and started a band with a hook that is down with the beat. Now, with all their different shapes and sizes, the animals were able to move. Freddy turned his garage into a club where all the animals could groove. And the band sings, whatever you dream, you make it come true. Do you and do it out loud. With a little hard work and some boom in your bounce, you'll walk away feeling so proud. And always remember to be kind to animals. You'd be surprised who you might meet. You may find your dreams are all coming true, singing songs with the band on the street. Yes, Freddy made his dream come true, jumped in and took command. Music has always been his thing, and now he's rocking with his band. Thank you, everybody. That's our show. I'm out. Good night and be safe. And the tagline is, woohoo, we're going to New York. I'd like to give a shout out, though, to Michael
Yeah.
Tate, the illustrator. Thank you, Michael.
Michael's so talented. Bryn's so talented. That is so fun. My cheeks hurt from smiling the whole time. Like,
Oh, I'm so
stop it.
glad.
This is so great.
You know what I thought would be kind of fun and very special? Would you like a sneak preview of one page from the next book that's not out yet?
Yes. Going to New York. Yes.
Okay, it's right here. I'm getting it. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take you to meet the Statue of Liberty. So this is what a book looks like when it's in the works. They go and they meet the Statue of Liberty, and well, I'm not going to show you anymore. I can't do that. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
They sign a contract in New York. They get a big movie producer. He comes in the second book, is so rich with fun, and all the characters have hipster haircuts and little designer outfits, and they all speak today's vernacular. They talk, they're talking like the kids talk out there. I have a note to the parents in the beginning of the book that I've misspelled a lot of words intentionally, because we're not skating along and singing a song, we're skating and singing. And I just needed to make that very clear to the parents that I was literate, You're
like, wait a minute. You're like, no. Read it right.
Anyway, yeah, I'm just it's boundless where this can go. 100%. I think.
Yeah.
Because we can go to every country, every state. And something really cute that I'm playing with in the back of my head is somewhere in the middle of the series, I think I'm going to do a perforated page in the back with a passport for the kids.
Oh, stop.
So you can get a passport stamp for if you keep buying the books and you go to all the states and all, you'll be able to put it in your book and then come to the children's room on my website and have storytelling time and show your stickers and decide who's your favorite character. And here, let me show you.
Show off all the stamps on your passport.
They're super cute.
Oh my gosh.
Super cute. Yeah.
That's so fun.
Yeah. So, and I don't know another website where there's like a book club for kids. It's just, I think it's a great idea.
I think so too, because kids can then also connect to other kids from all over the world. And how cool is that?
Exactly.
It's pretty special.
And I have a page on the website where you can write to me. And I would love for the kids to reach out and say, hey, take us to Alaska or whatever.
Yeah, where do you want to go? Where do you want? You're like, I'm taking suggestions. Where do you want to go?
Yeah, exactly. So I want to get back to something that you asked me earlier. You asked me, what am I really enforcing morally in the book? Yeah. There is another thing that comes up all through the book. Do not miss school. School is cool. And it's a thread throughout the entire book. You'll see it as graffiti. You'll see it as, it'll be used as conversation. It's inflicted by the agent and the, contract in the contract, but it's brought up so many times because it's really the most important message in the book is that school is important.
Education. Yeah. I love that. Yeah, because you think like, oh, this band, they made it, they don't need school. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure, some people have experienced or might get that, impression with maybe even watching real life, situations. And that's not the case. You have to, like you said, work hard, study hard, and then have fun along the way. And if you're combining all those things like you are doing in your book, they're working hard, they're playing hard, they're having fun, they're doing what they love. But they're keeping their education and their school at the forefront. Like,
they've made it a priority. And in my writing, I've said some things in the book that allude to exactly what you're saying. Like towards the end of every book, they're like, the band decided that they have too much stuff, so they're going to help the poor. Okay. And then the bands decide something else and they go and do something else. So charity work comes in without knowing it, because they just have too much stuff. They just are giving it away. They don't realize they're learning a life lesson, So it's beautiful.
No, I love that. It has so many, and you have to be so clever and creative to really integrate all those different things
Thank you.
in a short amount of words, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a children's book, right? It's not, you're not writing 100 pages. And so finding a way to do that, and then how you rhyme with everything, right? And how each character has their little personality, and you evoke that so well. And so when I'm imagining the cartoon and all their voices, and I was like, who can I be? I would love to be a voice.
Actually, I know who you would
vocal
be.
performance and singing. So, if you need like a skunk, I'm your girl.
No, you're Tambourine Tammy.
I'm Tambourine Tammy.
You're Tambourine Tammy, tearing up the town, making tunes all the kids can learn. Yeah, there's another thing that we're doing for fun, just to keep the kids invested and engaged. My dear husband and I are dressing up. We bought 4 blocks on my website, so I've got space to do a couple things, and I dress as Tambourine Tammy in the hot pink wig and the glasses and the microphone and the go-go boots, and my husband dresses as Danny the donkey. So we have a big suit for him, and his head is this big, and it's adorable. And we are going to do we're going to teach the children about the rhythm of poetry and how to read rhyme and make it really dancey and bouncy and fun. And then we're also going to talk to them about the misspelled words, that it just needs to be covered. Sure. But yeah, it's going to be adorable. I'm so excited to do this. And then we can do sing-alongs. Yeah. Because the band writes songs. Every book is probably going to have a song in it. So, yeah.
So then that turns into an album, and then people start
singing. It's a movement.
And absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It is. And I love that and that's the intention you start with, right? And then you reverse engineer. And I think that's so special. Are you still reading in person to groups? Like, can I throw that out there that like, hey, if you want this book and you want to like purchase it for your school, or have, the author come and read to you, are you still doing like appearances and readings here and there?
Absolutely. I'm welcome to it. I'm hungry for it, actually.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. It feeds
There's
my
lots
soul.
of schools in California, y'all, and she travels. So
yes,
keep that in mind. We love supporting our fellow entrepreneurs and artists and women here at We Got You Mama. And so know that Bryn would love to come to your kids' school. I mean, we got 100 in our neighborhood. She's actually like, we get to actually see each other in real life. So I'm super blessed to have Bryn in my life and to have her nearby. And so let's start getting her and her book out there, because how cool would it be to be part of it from the beginning, right? Because it's going to blow up. And so you'd be like, hey, I knew that, and I listened to that author. I got a book signed, and all of a sudden you're seeing it like potentially turn into a cartoon and multiple series. And you get to be a part of that journey from the beginning, which is very, very exciting.
So so tap into the page where you can contact me. That would be awesome. Yeah.
It's all there in the show notes. You can reach out to Bryn. She'll come out and read the book, and you experienced it already. How could you not be smiling the whole time? Listening to her voice and hear her read her book is pretty special. So check out the show notes. Check out all the links that she has there for you, and how to purchase her book/books as well. And don't forget to like and subscribe to We Got You Mama. And if you're like, hey, I need to send this to a friend, they're looking to partner with someone at their school or what have you, if this episode resonates with you, if you love Bryn like I do, go ahead and share this episode with anyone and everyone. And we would so appreciate getting the word out about Freddy and the band and all these future endeavors that Bryn is up to in this beautiful movement to help teach children. All right. Thank you so much, Bryn. I love you, and I love what you're doing.
I love being here, Carly. Thank you.
Hey. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye.